And that also means the second half will be on the Courageous, I guess. Near Lagram and travel to Western Erebonia across the lake. To receive the bare minimum instructions of how to upgrade the ship, inspired a new owner that goes to Abel Highway. Which means we are first going to Eustace's place. What was it called? Baria Hard? I think that's where we're going. If we go into Abel Highway. Because that leads to either Baria Hard or Lagram. So I'm guessing that's where we're going. No. Oh, right, Lagram. They're setting foot down Lagram, right?
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
It would be an honor.
Spare in hand, there's my small. Okay. Shoot mascot. Alright. Oh, Toval is. Ah, come on. Sharon, Toval, and Claire as well. Well, at least we have Sarah. I'm sad that these three are leaving us, but at least we have Sarah.
Rean, this is just a little parting gift from me. It's always come in handy for me when I was in a pinch, so I hope it'll help you out too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Toval. You've done a lot for us. It always felt like you were looking out for me, even when it came to my future.
Think nothing of it. You kids are the future, after all. But remember, this is where it starts getting serious. Get yourself through this war in one piece, and find something you want to dedicate your life to. And hey, if you ever decide you want to follow the same path Sarah and I did, you'll be welcomed with open arms, okay?
I'll be sure to give it some thought.
Okay. Knock it off with the scouting.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
Alright. And off we go in the Courageous.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him. But there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdallr under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually,
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the intelligence division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern.
He's alive. That's the only conclusion I can come through with that. He's alive.
It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave.
He's alive. That's the only conclusion. I don't know. I don't
He
think
had so many plots in motion. I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like he's just there, alive, someplace, trying to do some shit. I don't know. Some weird shit. Because I found him weird. So he's just gonna do some weird shit or anything. I don't know. Courageous on the bridge.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreuzin provincial airspace.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it.
What are we doing?
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want. I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
You slacker.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but...
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Courtsmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now? Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it?
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
We were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but...
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though. No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity. Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point. We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea!
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually. Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can. All for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Okay. I can go with that. But this like Nord Highlands. We are going to land at the fort, right? Send you a full request to take care of. Oh? What is... Oh, is side question even here now? Really now? Okay, so we got to... Large monster mysteriously appeared. Find me talking with Gwen in the lakeside cabin. Okay, this also. I figured out where a few of the Thor Academy students are. Monica meant Casper and Vivi. Where you can get them. Civilian we had taken into our protective custody has vanished. Would you be willing to offer us a few sets of eyes? Sure. Batteries in trouble. Those damn soldiers, they damn it. I'll tell you at the end in Legram. Okay, hurry up and get over here. So 2 missions in Legram. 1 in Legram. 1 is sent by Craig. 1 is by Toa, meaning that we have to find it. And Monster Madness is it's at Northern Highlands. Okay, got it. And 1 from Garelius Proving Gun. Okay. Alright. Don't tell me we'll be traveling through the ship and every places. If you need a hand. Okay. So, it's temporarily not possible to remove guys from the cap party. That's fine by me. I'm obviously gonna take Sarah, like, she's just broken as hell. Alyssa as well, because she's pretty good with her stuff. I'll take William, since we haven't had much. Actually, you know what? Restart. Let's have Sarah. She's always gonna be in the party, no matter what happens. Let's take a lower level guys, like William. Let's have Marcus as a support. Actually, no. Let's have Elliot as a support. Let's do that. Sarah, Elliot, P. Sure. Million. There we go. That's gonna be a squad for this one. I know Alyssa is good and all, but I do like variety in it. I do like myself having a variety in my squad. I don't want to go with the same squad every single time. It kind of gets boring, and definitely not something you want. Now we are in Act 2. Holy shit. Well, I can't get to Act 3, but at least I try to get to the third part of, at least to some part of Act. What? Okay. So, okay. First thing is first. We need to get that whatever Rean got. This gives him strength. See that? What does this give? Reduces casting time by a. Whoa! Excuse me. This should go to somebody who uses a casting shit a lot. That should go to you actually, because you use that a lot. Also, I should give things to you guys. Okay, that should go to Laura. That's strength. Yeah, let's get that too. Who else? You ATS prevent sleep. Yeah, sure, whatever. We got everything, right? I think so. We have everybody equipped with things we need to, except you. So maybe I'll equip you with stuff. Elliot has also not equipped you with whatever. Sure. Milliam as well. You can do that. Alright, let's keep on moving then.